Howdy, folks. Howdy, howdy, howdy. I'm Black Dragon. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker TV. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. I don't know why my brothers want to do their show at the same time as mine, but here we are. So we're going to go over to Big Bone Show. We're going to go over to Big Bone Show. Hold on one second here. This is Big Bone's first show. Hold on, let me pull this up. I think I can make this happen. Hold on here. If I can do this, screen to share. Huh. Have you? I don't see
Bone OFFO. Hey, you send me $20. I'll get you the shirt. So there's two different ones. There's
hey, Bone.
That again, it goes.
So this is Big Bone Show over the Big Bone Yard.
My bros, ride my shit. The other one, same exact thing, except
we're
for in the
gonna
middle.
Pull them in live here.
My club instead of fuck with my bros. For those folks that don't want to be running around Walmart getting funny looks because you use cussing words on there. Okay, Black Dragon's still telling me, yeah, I see you, but
on my show, introduce your show and tell.
Oh, thank you, Heather. Thank you.
About
He
yourself.
says I'm live on his show, but am I?
Yeah,
I don't see you or hear you, brother. Hold on, let's see. Let me see if I can.
You won't see me.
Let me see if I can figure that out.
You won't hear me. Just talk.
This might be.
Talk.
And y'all, excuse me for a sec.
Introduce your show, bro.
Hold on. I'll tell you what, fellas. What I'm going to do? I'm going to.
No, don't do anything.
I'm going to jump off of this show.
Don't jump off of the show.
Are we there yet? I'm on live on your show. How come I can't see you?
You won't see yourself, bro. Just talk.
Okay, so I'll just do. So this is Big Bone Yard. I'm Big Bone 1%er from Outcast MC. I'm the chairman for the West Florida COC, and we were just doing. This is our inaugural show. The very first thing we talked about all kinds of stuff, and yeah, man, I'm really glad to be here. Me and Black Dragon have been doing this roundtable for quite a little bit, and I love it. I love being able to connect with the folks and talk to the folks. This is just an environment where under this show, I'm going to be able to use lots of custom words and all kinds of stuff. Hold on, this is Dragon right here. Hold on, let's see if we can get him on the.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, you there?
So you won't see me or hear me, but you are simulcast live on my show.
That is freaking voodoo or magic technology or something. I'm not sure what it is. Can the folks hear what he just said? I guess you say. All right, go ahead. So you're saying that everybody can see me and hear me.
Yes.
But I can't see you.
That's right. It's not a game.
It sounds like a game I used to play when I was 8 years old.
It's not a game. Tell everybody about your show, man. Tell my audience. Everybody's looking at you,
man. But that is very cool. Again, all right. So I'm Big Bone 1%er. This show is called The Boneyard. We're just getting started. This is the inaugural show. Talking to a lot of folks, and if you look us up, we're here on YouTube at the Big Boneyard. I think Boneyard is one word. Figure it out. I just had to Google myself to be able to find it earlier. Just Googled Big Bone 1%er, and that's how I found the damn channel. But so yeah, this show is going to be pretty interesting. It's basically what we were talking about initially when we started the roundtable was the idea was the feel of it was to be like a bunch of bikers hanging out in the clubhouse, talking about stuff, bitching about stuff, telling great biker stories, enjoying the lifestyle, but also identifying problems and what, if anything, that we needed to do to fix them. And of course, the roundtable grew and grew and grew, and it's a fantastic platform. Folks dig it. We got folks coming in from all over, literally all over the world, to be guests on that show. It's become a very big deal, and I dig that. But I like to cuss and do some other stuff. So that's kind of what we're going to be seeing and doing. Not just the cussing, but just a different angle of stuff. But it's going to be an exciting show. We're going to have a lot of interesting guests. We're going to really cover a lot of things that affect the MC community. I was mentioning a little while ago, we're concerned about letting the MC community or watching the MC community get watered down. And that's what we don't want. And if those of us who know better don't do better, in 5 years, this thing will be like, it'll be like the Girl Scouts on motorcycles or something like that, and that's nothing against the Girl Scouts, but I don't want to ride with them. Like, this is our thing. This is what we do. And it needs to be. So I'm old school. I'm a traditionalist. I'm just real, again, my brother said, I think we even included it in the description. I'm like an old school traditional biker with that new school swag. But, I think this is going to be, I'm very excited about it, and hearing from all the folks that I'm hearing from just already. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good thing. Just another point of view. We're going to keep it 100. We're going to tell the truth about everything. I mentioned earlier, so damn truthful that when I say I'm going to have a lot of different folks that don't even agree with me on the show, we're going to do that. But there's going to be some folks that you'll never see on my show because of a variety of reasons. Okay, no, it's not a variety, only a couple of different reasons. And it's, let's say MC politics is going to dictate that certain folks ain't ever going to be buddy with. Or at least right now. That stuff changes too. But anyway, it's going to be some stuff. And this is definitely going to be, and there's going to be a focus or emphasis on the diamond side of things. I'm a 1%er, so I have a tendency to look at things through that lens. It doesn't mean that I don't appreciate the other things, because I've been all of that. You know what I mean? So we're going to talk about a lot of things and chop it up. And hopefully one of the number one things I'm excited about is hearing from you folks. When you have an issue, question, concern, comment, let me know what it is. I'm not unapproachable at all. Retro, what's going on, man? But yeah, man, I think it's going to be pretty good. I'm pretty excited about it. As a matter of fact, so Dragon, I'm going to be coming over your show to do like the call-in thing that we're supposed to do tonight. Are you there? Echo 39er, how copy over? Okay, all right.
Copy satisfactory,
okay,
big brother. Copy satisfactory.
Contact, yeah. Satisfactory, big brother. Copy satisfactory. That's a solid copy. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. So, folks, hey, this is thank you for joining me on this inaugural launch of this show. I'm actually gonna try to jump off now so I can go jump over there to the round table, and y'all catch me. We're gonna be doing this again next week. I might squeak in a show or two a little earlier, but I'll throw up some videos and other stuff during the week. But I appreciate it. I really appreciate your support. Thanks, folks.
Man, wasn't that cool, man? Wow, man. We got to see Big Bone and the Boneyard, man, over there on his channel. Absolutely cool. He'll be over here in just a minute. I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to Black Dragon Biker TV. This is the Black Dragon round table. What happened to my music? How did my music just go off? Okay, well, I don't know. Man, these computers do their own thing. Dang, how are you gonna just drop my music like that? I'm Black Dragon. Welcome to the round table. Man, I have been working my cast to the bone tonight. We don't have our good brother OG Weasel. He is working a late shift, and yesterday was Big Bone's birthday, and he is just working overtime. He's got people in town, et cetera, et cetera. So him trying to come over here tonight and get his show going, man, that's really a lot. But I do absolutely appreciate him for trying, and I think he's going to be over here to talk with us. That's cool. But it's really cool that he got his first show off. And, we've been pushing him to do this show forever. And I'm so glad that he has his show going. And tonight for us, we're just going to do question and answer tonight. And I think it's going to be kind of cool to talk with you guys about whatever you want to talk about for the next little bit. So you can call me and ask me questions, or you can, and that never works because nobody ever really calls, but we put the number up anyway, or you can just type the questions on here if you want. And and we whatever you want to talk about that's MC protocol related, or you have some kind of question or whatever. This is kind of a night for you. It's not going to be a long night for me tonight. I've got a lot going on in production, and been just a little bit sick here lately. Um, couldn't get my blood pressure down last night, so that really had me concerned. So just been taking it easy today, laying up today. Oh, OG Weasel, hold on. What's up, brother? Whoa, shoot. Let's see. OG Weasel's calling. He must be wanting the link to get in. Um. Anyway, I don't. Whenever someone calls me on the show, they want something right away. Good, OG. I'm on the show. Did you want a link or something? I, I, I'll send you the link right now. Take care. So it looks like we're gonna have OG OG Weasel anyway. Man, these guys, they work their butts off. You know, I'm gonna cry. These guys, they work their butts off. These guys are still active. I will guarantee you that tonight, today, um, Big Bone will have had a at least one COC meeting. He would have had church today. He's got people in town. His birthday this weekend, and starting his show tonight. And he's still going to try to get over here on my show. Um, and then I know OG Weasel is working a double shift or something, and he just now called and said send me the link. And when Uncle Shaggy was on, uh, he did everything he could do to get on the show. So you know, uh, I these folks that work with this channel, man, and work with me, they try their hardest to get information out for you guys. So I'm sending him the link right now. I got some up and running. That was the OG Weasel. Okay, I'm back to you guys. So um and I think I'll have uh Big Bone on in just a second too. So hey man, the show is coming together. This is what happens when we do live, man. You guys like live shows. Live shows be tough. Uncle Phil looks heavenly wearing all white. I appreciate that, man. So I need your questions tonight. What do you guys want to talk about? So until I get questions from you, I'll kind of take the lead. And I saw this crazy TikTok today. I mean, crazy TikTok where they took this man, these cops, man, took this man Chat. Okay. Can anybody hear me now? Hello, hello, hello. I think his computer is sober. You hear me? Man, man. Looks like I still got all my viewers. While I'm going through this lousy. Man, thank God for such dedicated viewers. Let's see. Okay. Am I up? Am I up? Can you guys hear me? Hello, everyone. Just like to say, pray for me. I lost my older brother a couple of days ago. I'm feeling down right now, so just keep me in your prayers. Can you guys hear me? Uh, Ghost Rider, man, Black Dragon, I'm very sorry to hear about the loss of your brother. I know what it's like to lose a family member. So sorry for your loss, man. And don't hesitate to call me. You have my number, so don't hesitate to call me, man. Okay, that's up, back up and running. Uh, Start. Okay, so I think we lost the. I don't know if we lost the first show or not, but let me let's see. Let me pull Spreaker back up online. Q&A. All right, and we'll try to bring the podcast back. Uh, and I'm gonna have to send out a new. Okay, there you go. There's OG Weasel. Sorry, OG Weasel, man. We got. I don't know what the hell happened. Now, where's Big Bone? Let's see. Pull this up. Now we have the same real estate. Hey, man, how are you, bro?
What's good?
Everything
What's
just
good,
died.
bro?
The whole stream just died. People start saying they couldn't hear me. Brother Goose called me up, and somebody else called me. I told my people when I go blank to just call me because when I'm operating all the boards, I can't. I'm not always seeing when people are talking to me. Brothers of Liberty, I appreciate you. The Boneyard is still not on the show yet, but Big Bone was on here. Let me see. Man, I'm so mad. I hate live. I just hate it.
You can't have it all every day, man. It's all
I
good.
hate
It's all good.
live. Live is just. Uh. Hey, we're back up now. Where are you? You can't hear me.
Can
Everybody
hear.
else says they can hear me. My screen went blank. Can only see transcripts. What is going on? I, I'm getting the spinning circle of death. My screen went blank. I can only got you in clear. Damn. Why did he just hang up? Did I hang him up? Can you hear me? OG, can you hear me?
Can hear you nice and clear, bro. Nice and clear, man. On standby for you.
Did I hang up on you?
Still here.
Oh, try to come into the stream. What's going on? All right, you gotta turn off and come back in. You're locked out for some reason. All right. Okay. Uh, some of you guys are gonna have to refresh. Uh, that stream is lost to the world. I don't know. Oh shit! I just lost Bone. I mean, OG Weasel. What's going on? This is a governmental plot right here. They don't like what we're talking about. Man. Okay. That's.
I can hear you.
Can you see me, Bone?
No, I can hear you, but I don't see you. Okay, now I see you.
Okay. Now.
Yep, everything seemed like it's synced up. Okay, hey. Who is that good-looking motherfucker? Jeez.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate you.
I mean,
You didn't have to, really.
this guy.
What happened to Weasel? Jeez.
Why don't you kick them off? I think it's a lack of love. If you loved him better, we wouldn't.
No, I love
situations.
I love you. Hey, congratulations on your show, man.
Yeah, hey, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can dig it. Hold on. I
Okay.
like the applause. Hold on. We need more of that. I'm just kidding.
All right, listen. I'm not going to hook you up with all my equipment if you're going to use my stuff, man. Oh my goodness.
These buttons are great. Yeah, I freaking love these buttons. Hold on. Because even though you won't let me use your equipment, watch this. It makes me sad when you do that. See, that shit is great. I freaking love that. But no, man. Wait, are you there? Can you still hear me? I saw your lips move, but I couldn't hear you. What the hell? I can see you, but I can't hear you.
It's about to be the OG Weasel Big Bone show in about 2 seconds, Bone.
I'm saying, I can hear you. See, it's that high tech equipment that see, Black Dragon has some very high tech equipment, and if you didn't go, I always tell them, look, a GED is not overrated. You need to. I was telling him that. So he's got good stuff, but
It sounds like he paid half the bill and got half the service. So,
Spectrum, a Spectrum.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
There you go.
But yeah, man, I was excited about this show because the idea. You can't hear us. Can you hear us? You cannot hear us.
Let me just
Backbones is saying that she can hear everyone except for you, Dragon. Hold on. Rick said we can hear Bone and OG, but not Dragon. Ain't nothing wrong. Road Trip said ain't nothing wrong with a GED. That's all right. Okay, hold on. Dragon's calling me on. Let's see here. Hey, yeah, you there?
You guys hear each other?
We can hear each other, but we can't hear you. And the viewers are saying that they can. The viewers are saying that they can hear me and Weasel, but they cannot hear you. So, in fact, what I'm thinking, I get. Oh, damn it! Hold on. That's me calling you here. And what I'll do.
Thank you for calling. Can I get to the phone at this time?
Can you,
please leave a message.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, the whole planet just heard your voicemail. Harry said, "Can hear y'all, but not Black Dragon." Sherry, I don't believe you. No, I'm just kidding. But so Dragon, I got you on the phone. You can probably no, you can't hear. You can hear me. You can hear me, but you can't hear Weasel because I've got the phone. Like Weasel, you can't hear him, right? Or can you?
I can hear him on the phone. Yeah.
Okay.
From my delay,
phone.
but
All right.
Okay. Is your phone connected to the Bluetooth?
Nope. It's just speakerphone.
Connect your phone to the Bluetooth on the Roadcaster.
Okay. I see a button. What you want me to push the button?
Yeah. Turn on your phone Bluetooth.
All right. Damn it. Oh, high technology ass. All right. So Bluetooth.
Now your phone will try to connect to the Roadcaster.
All right. Hold on. Isn't there a button to push on this thing or something? Okay. Bluetooth. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Stand by.
While y'all working on that, I'm gonna try to find my beard real quick. I think I left my beard somewhere in the corner.
Right on. Okay, there it is. All right, Roadcaster Pro. It's all high tech stuff. Okay, let's see. Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do? Okay. Echo. Hey, can you hear me? Okay. Okay, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Doing some weirdness. Yeah, I'm getting like, you know, let me take my phone over here. I'm getting reverb, so I'm going to take the phone across the room or something.
Can you hear me now?
Oh,
I hear you guys.
I did. You just hung up. Hold
Sound
on.
good, bro.
Okay,
Sound
wait.
good.
Now I
Dragon.
can hear you. Okay, you were on the phone while we were talking. Okay, so now I guess we're connected through the
Wow.
something. I don't know. Can you hear? Can we hear? Can you hear us?
Testing. Testing.
Hey, Dragon, you there? Hmm. Dazed and confused.
What
I see you.
the fuck is going
No,
on?
it's not me. Look, I'm not a computer guy. I'm innocent. Hey, what if we hold on? Let me tell Dragon. I'm thinking, what if he shuts down and just reboots everything? You know?
Testing.
Let me
1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
let me see if I
Can you guys hear me?
message.
I can't hear y'all though.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Hey, it froze up again. Everything's moving real slow.
So I guess while waiting, Bone, if you want to talk about the
Yeah.
big boneyard in the meantime, to kind of bring people, let them know what you're doing and what's the agenda.
And thank you for saying that because I would have sat here for the next 20 minutes staring at the screen, man. But no, you know
Keep
what?
it moving, bro.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you honestly, I'm really glad about being able to do this thing because a lot of times, and you know how it is. Like a lot of times when we're on the show, especially somebody, just like when you go to somebody else's clubhouse, when there's other folks around, you censor yourself a little bit, and then I know YouTube censors the roundtable differently than they will this show that I'm doing. So I'm excited about the idea of being able to just say what the fuck I mean. Uh, I like the idea. I really like connecting with these different folks and hearing what they have to say, what their opinions are, what their experiences have been. But I'm excited about it because the feedback that I've gotten from a lot of people, a lot of chapter presidents from all over the country, different clubs, and national presidents from all over the place, and these cats all have. And the interesting thing is the more things change, the more they stay the same. So a lot of folks have specific things going on that are of a concern in their area, something that they're dealing with right now. But the big stuff is all the same stuff, and it's the stuff that we cover on the round table, and so I'm sure some other folks do it. One of the things that I didn't really touch on when I was doing the big boneyard a little earlier was this: is that there's a lot of disinformation. It's a lot of disinformation that's being pushed out there right now, and because it seems like while we was doing this thing, it got real popular, and a whole bunch of other folks jumped into the arena, and a bunch of these cats don't even know what the hell they're talking about. I'm sure you heard about the guy who got beat up because uh, he talked to a different host of a different show, and he was a new sergeant at arms, and he told uh, the host of the show told him, well, as a new sergeant at arms, you got to watch out for your president, and if someone's talking to him and they're moving their hands around too much, that means that's a signal for an attack, and they're gonna come and get him.
All
So
right. You guys hear me?
Good
yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
wait. Okay, yep. Now we can hear you. Okay.
Is the show still going?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Yeah,
so
it's the Weasel Big Bone show. Yo,
well,
thank you for being a co-host, Dragon. We appreciate that, bro.
Hey.
Anytime, come on over, man. We need you.
late as usual. No,
Oh,
I know, right?
Yeah,
Oh, you know how long I've been waiting to say that? It's
it's a
it's
new day.
usually it's usually somebody else. I don't know who, but no. So what happened? So the guy tells this host of this show tells this guy that if the someone's talking to his chapter president and they're moving their hands around, especially with them diamonds, and he's moving their hands around, don't wait. Get over there and knock that dude out because you're gonna save his life and you're gonna be a hero and that's important. Knock him out. So this dude listened to that foolishness and he went and did that. And then, a few weeks later when he got out of the hospital, he was wondering, why in the world did you tell me to do that? And the way I understand, the guy told him, "Oh no, you didn't do it right. You weren't aggressive enough," and some old foolishness, right? And I'm thinking, man, there's people out here listening to these fools that's telling this stuff, and so what we do by putting out accurate, good information, like like to say, keeping it 100, we're gonna put out the good, the bad, and the ugly. Provided it's something we can actually talk about in this forum. But we're gonna put out good, accurate information that's consistent with what folks should know on the motorcycle set, and that's not happening most places. Or I won't say most. It's not happening a lot of places. There's some good cats out there that are really, you know, putting out good information, and some are protocol channels. Some are like news related channels, like like Hollywood and Saint Throttle. He is on point with his information. Black Dragon is on point with his information. We got BLP, Biker Lifestyle. Those guys just get there, have fun, goof around a little bit. Uncle Shaggy was known to tell the freaking truth and hit you right between the eyes, like it or not. And unfortunately, though, it's just really a handful of those. It's not the majority of the folks where people are listening to a lot of these other cats and they're just not getting accurate information. And in our lifestyle, that can be unsafe to get the bad information if you want to follow that bad information. You know,
But you know what? Let me. You said a key word, bro, and that was disinformation. Okay, you got to look back about who's talking, and a lot of people are willing. Just because you got a big channel, that don't mean
yeah,
nothing. That don't mean nothing, but you just have a big channel. And what I always say to people, listen, the set isn't but so big, and you're gonna have some key players. If you don't know who these cats are with these voices, you
yeah,
need to validate your sources because everybody knows somebody who knows somebody. And if you're
yep,
somebody on the set that should and who have earned your voice, somebody's
yeah,
gonna know you. Somebody's gonna know you. You're not gonna just pop out the blue and be the prophet of protocol overnight, man. So, disinformation, like you said, you can get jammed up real quick, and there's a lot to this lifestyle, man. And I'm
yeah,
glad that there's a lot of platforms. I was against this before because I was that old school cat that was like, listen, man, I got it from the streets because we was on the ground, we was shaking
right.
hands, hugging necks. So it took me a long
Mhm.
time to embrace this new platform. Then when I finally realized that, you know what, this social media is like the foundation that if you give somebody a couple nuggets, it makes them want to get out there and do more. It makes them want
Yeah,
to go out there, and shake those hands and shake those necks, man. But
yeah,
we
yeah,
still got a long way to go. Like you said, there's a lot of information out there, and the reason why I support all the different channels because it's not but so much to this bike life, but the perspectives that you get from the different brothers. Like you and I, we can have. I mean, I consider myself. You said the word last week, and I liked it, man. It was purist when
yeah,
it comes to this. I don't cut and paste nothing. Like even like I cut the beard off because I don't need to have my 20-foot beard to still be
yeah.
OG Weezy.
Right,
You know what
right,
I'm saying? So
right, right.
I said, don't get it twisted, bro. These
Yeah,
20, 30 going to 35 years in his lifestyle is not based upon me
right,
having a beard. I'm a gray beard without a gray beard, and it'll be back in 2 weeks if you really need to see it. So
right,
I'm
right,
just saying, Dragon, let me get like 1 inch and you
right.
finish with that, all right?
I was trying to be like
but
I was trying to be like Dragon, and it just came weird. It didn't get right for some reason. I don't know.
but but the thing is, like I said, we need these various platforms because everybody's going to bring it to the table differently, especially when you're looking at it from different regions coming. And it's there we go. Oh, okay. I'm not even gonna speak to that right now, man. But I'm gonna let them have that. But like I said, we
But,
definitely need to keep things moving with pure information. And if you're the kind of person that wants to really get engulfed in this before you even start believing these words. Like validate these cats, man. Just because a
Yeah.
brother's with a nation or something like that, that don't mean nothing. Anybody can spend a couple of months and survive prospecting, but I tell anybody, if you just been in this lifestyle 5 years, you still new. The
Yeah.
first
Oh
5 years,
yeah.
you got so much to learn, and that's when you finally got a foundation to even start speaking, man. So
Yeah.
some of y'all really got to slow down. Don't be. I tell people, don't be thirsty. Don't be
Yeah.
thirsty, man. Like the
Facts.
journey of learning what we do as bikers and getting on the road and the clubs and understanding how the diamonds move in the different regions. I mean, you can spend a lifetime doing that. And
Yeah.
so many brothers like you've been on the set for forever, man. And I've been on the
Yeah.
set forever in Dragon, and
No,
we ain't cross. We
I
haven't
just
crossed
got here
paths in those
yesterday. I
years.
haven't been on no forever. I don't know what y'all
Nah,
talking.
but you came with a book, man. So that was good, man. So when you came out
Yeah.
the blue,
Right.
so you was the Superman of the set.
Yeah.
But my point is, man, like for example, when I first met Dragon, right, and I think they had me set up to be the keynote at the Proc somewhere, I think in Baltimore, and I didn't know this cat, so I'm like, yo, man, I wanted to know who's on the panel because I like, what I'm saying, I don't want to be around no nonsense. If you ain't thorough, like I don't want to associate myself with you, so I had to go back and do my due diligence. And I
Right.
was like, all right, Black Dragon. All right, I got kind of intimidated. I'm gonna tell you, bro, right now, I'm gonna keep it 100.
You never told me that.
Foxy told me, listen, Weezer, I want you to be the keynote at this the Proc, and I'm like, yeah, whatever you need, Foxy, right? So I'm so who's on the panel? Because I'm kind of like, I'm gonna make certain that everything is thorough. And she said, oh, Black Dragon. I'm like, all right, let me deep dive here. Then the more I
Yeah.
did deep dive, man, I was intimidated. I'm like, man, how could I open up? This cat is writing books and doing movies, and you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, but it was good to know that even the brothers I didn't meet at that point, that people had history, so they weren't just talking; they were able to articulate it from experience and not just going on Google, you know, and just putting stuff out there because they can go back and research information good. So we need
Right.
more of that. And
Yeah.
also, I mean, even if you're new to the set, man, there's so much that you can bring to the set but it's
Yeah.
because we all going to learn this differently. So it's just a matter of how you bring it and your understanding of what's happening around you.
You
You
know
guys
what?
forgive
In
me.
regard to that,
One of my
go ahead, I'm sorry.
subscribers sent me this dragon that I'm supposed to wear on my shoulder, and it ain't wearing right. But I just
Yo, that's cool. I was wondering about that. That's kind of cool, man. That's
I
very
tried it.
cool.
I just wanted to be known that I have tried to put my dragon on
Hey,
correctly.
Weasel, I want in regard to what you were just saying. I'll tell you one of the things when I first, when I first, after I've been on the set for a little bit, and it came that time where I wanted to start a motorcycle club. Some of y'all heard me tell the story 100 times, but when I first started this club, man, I got to tell you, I did everything wrong, and a lot of stuff I did wrong, But one of the things was the name of the club, and now a lot of folks that was in that club, uh, which they're all wearing, most of them are wearing a diamond somewhere nowadays, but the name of the club was Biker Boys. I didn't know nothing about the movie had came out. I didn't know nothing about the movie or nothing like that. I thought that was just a cool name, and people on the set would be like, "Oh, hey, Smoke," and I didn't know what they was talking about. I'm like, "Oh, I must look like some dude named Smoke," or maybe that's like some biker lingo for something in this area that I don't know what that means. And so finally, about I don't know, about 2-3 years into the club, I heard about this movie. It was on HBO called Biker Boys. I watched it and I was like, "Oh, damn." Damn, I get it now. So there's a lot to be said for doing your homework, which back then I wasn't. I mean, let me rephrase that. I wasn't doing my homework in the beginning, but circumstances dictated. Whereas I had to learn some stuff with a relative quickness, and even though it's some crazy times, best times ever, because it was sort of like MC boot camp for me, like having to learn how things work. And as you went to different areas, you had to learn how things work, not just for the history, tradition, and protocol of it, but also for the safety of it. You had to know how to move, and you wouldn't know how to move if you don't know what. You just don't be stupid. We have a saying. We say you can be a dumb outlaw or a smart outlaw. You can be a dumb probie or you can be a smart probie. which one do you want to be? So a smart outlaw, he knows what's going on. He knows what's going on the set, in the community. He knows the environment in which he's going in. And a probie, hey, he's going to know everything from, he's going to know every drink that every bro in that chapter drinks. He's going to know who smokes cigars and who smokes something else. He's going to know whose old lady is this one and whose old lady is that one. He's going to know she's cool and that one, don't get near her because she's going to cuss you out and make you look for, it's like a whole long list of stuff that you have to know. And like you said earlier, there's a lot to this lifestyle. And here's the crazy thing. As much as there's a lot to this lifestyle, I wouldn't change it for the world. The only thing I do is, if I could change anything, just make it better. Make it more traditional, more traditional, more old school.
Okay, you guys took over my show, and that's cool. But this is a question and answer show. Have y'all asked any questions and answered?
Yeah, I have a question. How come we don't have a dragon? I want to know right now. By Bone and I don't have a dragon. Like, I want Bone to have a bone, and I want a weasel. So can y'all send me a weasel and send Bone a bone, and we just this is how we getting down.
I mean, this is Merlin sent me this a couple days ago. His wife sent me a new tapestry. Mama Rose sent me a dragon tapestry to hang behind me, like a king. You're supposed to have a tapestry when you're a king. You guys haven't gotten to the king status yet.
Why does Merlin hate us, though? Why does he hate me and Weasel? I'm sure there's weasels and bones out there in the world.
I don't think there's any weasels or bones out there. I don't know. There's certainly some dragons, though.
Well, send me a ferret if you can do that, then. No, but seriously, you know what? But on some real talk right now. I mean, going back to the topic, man. A lot of time people tune into the shows, and people are just scared to ask questions because they don't want to seem like I'm the one who doesn't know. Let me tell you something. Right. Until today, going to 30-something years, 35 years, I believe, like, I'm still not scared to ask brothers, yo, I didn't know that. I say I didn't know that. So, I mean, shows like this is a good platform.
Yeah.
When you got bros who've been here that can speak to what the answer may be of what you're looking to learn, like, it's a good time to step up. It's a good time to step up. Don't walk around not knowing or assuming, because assuming, I think there's one nation that says, when in doubt, knock him out. Don't be in doubt. Don't be in doubt, because it's easy. It's real quick to get ran up on, you know. And like Bone was saying, we need to get this back to basics. And the thing is, if you don't know what basics is, then now's the time. Bring it to the table. Let's talk about it.
Yep. Hey, BD has quoted me talking about how I had to learn a lot the hard way. Luckily, it wasn't an aggressive education, but I lost friends and had a hard go of club life for a couple of years. And I think a lot of folks do. Unfortunately, I think a lot of folks do, but that's why we do this stuff, so that a lot of folks can avoid the pitfalls. Because just because you're in the MC life doesn't mean that you got to get dragged through the mud. Like if you can learn from somebody else's mistakes, like legit, if you can learn from somebody else's mistakes, or if you're one of them cats who can listen to your big brothers, like in the Marine Corps, a lot of folks scream about boot camp. Boot camp was easy for me because I was set up by Marines in my family who said, look, when you go to boot camp, shut the fuck up and do what they tell you. Don't overthink it. Just do what they tell you to do to the best of your ability. Everything else will work out. I was like, well, blah, blah, blah. Sure enough, it was hard. But when day one of boot camp, there was, in my case, there was 127 dudes in my platoon on day one. Months later, when we graduated, I want to say there was 42 guys months later. And them cats was dropping like flies. And all I did was shut the hell up, do what they tell me to do. And then if I was standing in line and they said, wait faster. And you was waiting, wait faster. Whatever. Just do it like they told you to do it and do it fast. And hey, it worked. It's the same way on the set, man. When you're figuring this stuff out, because like you ever see Pro, I talked about it on my show a little earlier.
We got PA65. He says, I'm a prospect right now. I have a good sponsor, but one question. Where the hell did I go? What is my damn?
Oh, there it is. I'm a prospect right now. I have a good sponsor, but one question: what is my spouse's supposed to teach? What is my spouse is supposed to teach me? I think he means the sponsor is supposed to teach.
Oh, what is the sponsor supposed to teach him?
Well, it varies. Well, somebody take the question. I know what my thing is, but
so your sponsor is supposed to teach you how to matriculate through the club. He's supposed to teach you the club's bylaws, how to communicate with the club, what's important about the club, and what the club maybe has set out that sponsors teach. Some clubs have it set out, and other clubs, you might get a great sponsor, you might not. I mean, if you're asking what is a sponsor supposed to teach me, then you might not have a great sponsor. But there's a certain dynamic. He's supposed to make sure you know how to ride with the club. He's supposed to make sure your bike is right. He's supposed to make sure that your uniform is right. He's supposed to make sure that you know what your responsibilities are, such as a prospect, it might be your responsibility to watch the bikes or wash the bikes or sleep out with the bikes while the brothers are upstairs partying and having a good time. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on that there's no way in hell you're going to know. And your sponsor is he is the conduit between you and the club. And it's his job to ensure that you have all of the tools necessary to succeed. Your sponsor is your success factor. And if your sponsor does it right, you will be very successful if you listen. That's my take from the
90s. Dazed and Confused wants to know, do you know how to spell matriculate?
matriculate. Matriculate.
All right, since we just got Shaggy on, maybe let's Shaggy step on that for a second.
What's up, Uncle Shaggy, man? What's up?
What's up, gentlemen? How's it going?
All is well.
Good. The biggest problem with what you're saying is there's not enough sponsors that's been in this lifestyle long enough to be sponsors. The youth is taking over, and then they got this mentality of, well, we have our way of thinking, and that's the way the MC community should go. And like one of my old school, 47-year members likes to say all the time is, we got a good foundation, and things back then, everybody was much happier, tighter, brotherhood was stronger, and people really believed in what they were doing. They joined clubs for life. It wasn't I'll do 5 years, retire, 10 years, retire, whatever, or I just want to wear the patch for however long it takes to where I can go do the rest of my life. No, this is a life choice, and it's something you live every single day. And these sponsors that are coming around now get year, 2, 3, 4, even 5-year guys, and they forget that it's their responsibility to take a guy that people see something special in and let them join the club, but it's their responsibility to make sure that they're getting the correct information so that you're getting a quality individual, not just another number or a patch wearer. You're getting somebody who is dedicated to the club and has decided to join the club for a lifetime, not some agenda-driven, bullshit that's going on these days, day and age, or these crappy protocol channels that, I don't think the guys that are talking about protocol even know what the word means, let alone what it means in our lifestyle. And, the biggest thing too is being a sponsor also means you rely on the village, or you rely on the rest of the club. A quality member is built by the club, not just by the sponsor. And the sponsor has to also work with the club, because, sponsors, don't matter how many years they got in the club, don't know everything. And it's the importance of being a sponsor, the importance of being that go-between and that mentor. That's why they call sponsors daddies, man. That was my daddy, or that was that. It's not because it's some derogatory term. That's a very deep term of affection there. When you can especially brag on who your daddy was.
Yeah, facts.
But you know what? Let me say this here. I guess Like things have changed. You know, if you go back 20 years ago, prospecting back then compared to what it is today, it's different, man. You know, it's different because, like you said, that seriousness is not into the lifestyle, the commitment to the clubs, the commitment to the lifestyle is just not there. So, I guess the question that we have to ask ourselves is, do we even take prospecting seriously anymore? No, you
Here's
got cats
something I
coming
want to
in.
add to that, OG, because you just said it 20 years ago. I went to it 22 years ago. And this new term has come out that, prospecting, it should be a great time. It should be fun. You enjoy it because when you become a member, it gets real hard. And that's when the work really begins. And I'm going to tell you something. I got to thinking about this. 20 years ago, prospecting sucked. It was miserable. Every facet of everything could be tested on you. You were being really pulled every which way, but the right direction you would feel at times. And prospecting is not supposed to be fun. That's how you weed out the ones that don't belong, because you can't run off somebody who wants to be there, but you need to try to run every prospect off, because only the quality, the dedicated, the ones that really want to be there, that are going to do good for your club in the future, is going to worry about being their brother's keeper, it's going to look do what's best for the club, they will stay, and they will stay forever.
You
You
know
know
what?
what? Go ahead, Bone.
I was gonna say for Shaggy, because Shaggy, we know a lot of the same folks and each other's brothers and everything. And man, you hit the nail on the head. It's actually even in that Outcast documentary they made. There's a pretty famous dude with Outcast who his son uh, went to become a member, and somebody said he tells a story. It's on the documentary, and he explains how, well, somebody said, well, well, so and so, what do you want us to do about your son? He says, I don't know what you're talking about. He says, are you talking about that probie over there? He says, well, what I expect you to do is treat that probie like a probie. He goes, and if he's not right, I'll run him off my goddamn self. Because the function is, and y'all have heard me mention, I think even last week I mentioned it, uh, run them off. A few folks sent me some emails about that. What do you mean run them off? If they're going to be your brother, why are you running them off? Like, we're running them off. And like Shaggy just said, you try to run everybody off, because if they want it and they're dedicated and they're the right individual for this thing, they ain't gonna go nowhere. You cannot run off the individual who wants that patch, who wants to be in that club.
So we
And
have
you know,
we
Pat,
we have a saying, um, you can't you can't you can't get rid of a real Black Sabbath. And this is what I mean. We have people that we have even kicked out of the club. Gone. You can't have colors. You're done. And if that person is Black Sabbath in their heart, even without colors, you're going to see their ass and everything. You can't get rid of them. They won't die. They keep coming back.
yeah,
Uh, colors, no colors. You can say you ain't never coming in this clubhouse again. They'll stand out on the sidewalk. People that really are about this, you're not going to ever be able to get rid of them. Never. They'll
yeah.
never go anywhere.
Look, and
Um,
you heard
and
me say it 100 times. If it was easy, everybody would do it.
right.
Well, everybody is
Everybody
doing it
would
right
be.
now.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah,
the problem.
it,
That's the problem we
everybody's
were
doing
talking about a little earlier. That's where this shit gets watered down, and now there's certain clubs. I won't say the name, but there's a certain national club that, shoot, all you got to do is buy a patch and wait about a month, and you're a full patch member. Riding, I started to say more. Full patch member of a certain national club, and all you did was spend some money and wait about 30 days, and now you're a full patch member and
Now,
don't
when
know
you say
nothing about
national club, are you talking about a diamond club or are you talking about just a national club?
they're diamond-ish.
Yeah, they half a dime. I know what you're talking about. They're half a diamond. They're like a half
Yeah,
percenter. But
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what? Like I'm glad we're talking about this. You know what? Because this is what I was talking about when we're talking about going back to the foundations of the traditional ways. You know, and when I think about the traditional ways, the first thing I think about, one of the most important things, was the prospecting phase. You know how
yep,
important it was, and you know, then you fast forward to today. I like to sit back and watch people, especially when I'm out in the set and I'm moving around. And let me tell you something. I got this term. I got this new term called circus clowns. I see a lot of circus clowns, undeserving souls. Like I ain't nobody, and I always say that. And I think that over the years I've earned my voice, so I'm so humble with that. But I like to sit back and watch people, man. And I'm like, is this really a club? And if you got to sit back and if I see it and somebody else sees it and you see it and you in your club, you need to question the man that's next to you. How did
Yeah.
he get here? Then if he got here, if he skated through the back door, what are we doing wrong to let clowns like this come to our patch?
Yes.
Be it a diamond club, because it's
Exactly.
happening on both sides of the world. Let's keep it 100,
Oh
right?
yeah.
It's happening
It
on both
happens.
sides. And some people, because we're growing some of these nations or whatever it may be, don't get it twisted. Keep it close to what it needs to be. If it's a MC, well, you need to be MC and you need to bring bikers, not just riders. We need more bikers. And that's what's going to preserve this culture right here. So don't get it twisted. There's been a debate in a lot of these protocol groups that I speak in, and we talk about there's no difference between a rider and a biker. Let me tell you something.
Woo.
When you
Oh,
stand next to a biker, you're gonna feel the difference because you can't talk for so much. Because if you haven't been there and lived this lifestyle the way that we live it, then you can't understand, and you're gonna feel very uncomfortable. And that conversation for that neck that you're trying to hug is gonna be real short. You
oh
know,
yeah.
but my saying about prospecting is no reward, no work. I mean, no work, no reward.
Same
So
thing.
undeserving souls getting these patches, you need
Yeah.
to reassess your club and how you bringing brothers in. I like that saying that Shaggy said was run them off. Run them off, man. Let that brother show you that he wants to be there. And we're not doing, I'm going to keep it 100. Cats is not doing that these days. I see a lot of prospects with a voice. These cats is partying up and tossing back. I never forget. I'll tell this story over and over. When we did like a 20-hour run, we was out there with the nation and we were doing this run. Then when we got to where had to get to, and I was burnt out, and it was time for me as a prospect to pitch tents. I had an attitude, but I did it, and I did it with pride because I was like, you know what, this is what prospects do, and I was burnt out to the point that after that, then we had to do security detail because security detail was a big thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, I was about to faint, man. It's about 100 degrees, and a brother came to me and said, "Yo, Weasel, man, put this in your pocket." And it was a chicken wing. He put it in my pocket. He said, "Turn around and put this in your mouth." And that's what I was like. You know what? As burnt out as I was, that in that moment, I realized, you know what? This is what prospects do. This is what prospects do. And that moment humbled me and gave me my own personal experience to appreciate the process. And that's what we need to
Yeah.
do is give brothers memorable experiences. So when they coming through,
Wow.
they pass on that same type of journey to the next brother so that the seriousness and the honor of prospecting carries over to the club once you get fully patched.
Man,
Yo,
that's so cool.
Weasel, I say, I say this frequently. I have this conversation frequently, and what it is this: if you, as the sponsor or as the club, which excuse me,
Bless you.
like Shaggy said a minute ago, excuse me, is that the pro? Damn, sorry guys, but as Shaggy was saying earlier, yeah, you have a sponsor, you got your pops, but it's the whole chapter's responsibility to bring that probate up, right? But the other thing is this: is that when it comes to the journey, if you don't prospect somebody properly, you're stealing from them.
Yeah.
If they just show up, cruise through a couple of 3 months, and then boom, give them a patch, what did they do? What experience? What treasure? Excuse me. They didn't get nothing. They didn't get nothing. Most of us that went through a legit probate period, we have some experiences that we'll remember for the rest of our life. We went through things, excuse me, that we'll never forget. And when oh, that's my homeboy. I know him from high school. Come on in, hang out for a minute, and here's this patch. Man, you didn't do him no favors. You didn't do him any favors at all. In fact, you stole from him. That dude, especially if he's your boy, he should probate harder than anybody because he needs to earn it and be able to say legitimately in his heart and soul, I earned it. I didn't get it because so and so, me and him was on a damn debate team or whatever. You know what I mean? It's
All
like,
right, let's get some of these questions in. Let me get some of these questions in, brother. Road Trip said, "I ride the whole country. How is someone supposed to find out about no-fly areas? I was going through Iowa, told it was a no-fly. I finished
I'll be
my
right back.
roll through with my cut because I wasn't sure if it's true." Anybody want to take that? What happened to Bone? Anybody want to
Speak to
take
that
that?
first, Shaggy.
Well, so they have these unwritten rule that seems like it's not being taught enough. It's called road rights, and what road rights are is you fly your patch. I mean, I wouldn't roll my patch up for nobody. I don't take it off for nobody. I earned it. And if I can't conduct myself without my club properly, then I shouldn't be wearing it to begin with. But when you go across the country, and I have done it several times, you pull into a gas station and say there's such and such ABC MC in there, and they're the local dominant club, and they, if you see them first, make sure you go up and introduce yourself, but they'll see you usually first because you're busy getting gas and trying to stretch out a little bit while you're doing that. Um, you know, it's not hard to get mud checked at these places because you will get mud checked because some clubs are more aggressive and more territorial than others. But what you do is how you conduct yourself. Stick your hand out when they approach you and explain to them you're on a trip and as long as you're not out bar hopping and acting a fool, there's no reason that you'll get screwed with really all that much. But do you show the respect to them and explain yourself to the point it's just, hey, I'm just riding across the country. You don't got to tell them all the aspects of everything. As far as getting, fly rights across the country, good luck with that, man. The being a part of COC and NCOC and knowing what's going on in the United States with the clubs, kind of like I do, it's a ever changing dynamic, and you're never going to be able to get in touch with everybody that you need to get in touch with on the road. And the road rights thing has been going on since I think back in the late 50s and 60s, and it's all about how you conduct yourself and carry yourself and fly your colors. The pass-through pen used to be one of the big things, and boys, that got really thrown out. The different meetings on YouTube you can find for that, which is really funny. But clubs are going to do what clubs do, but individual members are going to do the right thing if they're taught the right thing. And going across the country, I've run into clubs at gas stations that most of them will say, "Hey, man, right on. Be careful. Have a safe trip. Pass back through, man. If you need anything, give me a holler." And I've had more welcoming than not, but a lot of times in clubs will say simply, "Hey, man, it's cool, but don't stick around too long and just handle your business and be professional and respectful."
Let me say this real quick. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dragon.
When it comes to, and I agree with what Shaggy says, it's a lot of times it's how you carry yourself. When you get out there on that road, it's so incredible because the kind of people you meet out there on the road that see you traveling, there's always been a kindred because they know what it takes to be out there. And when they see you a long way from home, there's just this respect because they know that you're riding. But when it comes to no-fly zones in particular and your club, if your club has issues and there's some actual no-fly zones, then you should have gotten that from your sergeant at arms and your road captain before you ever even got yourself out there on the road. If your club has a particular no-fly zone for whatever reason, if you're in a major club, you need to have at least called ahead to your presidents or sergeant at arms or whatever that are in those clubs to make sure that where you're going, things are cool. You in some clubs like mine, you're supposed to report in to the president of each state that you get into when you get there. So, because that president is responsible for you in his area. So if you're going to be traveling across many state lines and you're going to be going through particular chapters areas, those chapters need to have gotten a phone call to let them know you're coming so that they can let you know what the local atmosphere is on the ground. And that president's going to be responsible for you. Believe me, if you're wearing a Philadelphia cut and you run into problems in Texas, they're not getting ready to call Philadelphia. They're going to call the Texas president. So there is a communication thing as well as and that communication thing can be within your own club, should be within your own club. Um, Shaggy's right. You're never going to be able to call everybody you need to call. But if you handle it right, if you get pulled over or whatever, stopped at the gas pump, you would be able to have a name or your club have a reputation. But sometimes you're just going to have to handle that at the spot that you're at. And Shaggy's right. How you carry yourself is going to carry the day 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Let me say this. The three things. One is that we speak to the fact that we're supposed to call ahead and do this and do that. People are like, yeah, I'm gonna make my phone calls. Ain't nobody calling nobody no more, man. I mean, in terms of outside, if somebody's running cross country, there's nobody calling nobody. I mean, it is what it is. Let's just keep this is address the elephant in the room. That's the protocol, but it doesn't happen. And Shaggy spoke to the pass through pin. That's abused. I mean, that pass through pin has become such a disrespected piece in the culture, such a misunderstood piece. And like you said, Shaggy, some people are giving it the definition of it, and it's so lost. And there's a lot of things that's out there that people are passing on the wrong information. And I'm gonna tell you this right here, just to answer the question, okay? You'll never know what the no-fly zone is, but I will say this: the Midwest is probably the most sensitive area to ride in. I think there's a different embracement to outside clubs coming through the Midwest. So if you're running through the Midwest, then do your due diligence. You know what I'm saying? If you understand the set and who's who, and you should know by now who the big four is and who and the other clubs, the other OMCs and diamond clubs, the local clubs that's running through these states. Like if you ride in, don't ride stupid. Ride and look, like I said, because you will pass people in that gas station, like you said. Gas stations are very dangerous because you're going to stop sooner or later, and it's just a funky thing. So, but for the most part, I think biker to biker, if you're a club and you out there and you pounding and they see that outstate plate, there's a mutual respect, that's going to be extended. But at the same time, some clubs in certain areas, especially like in the Midwest, you may get asked or may get told, like, listen, my man, you're not rocking colors over here. So that's the decision you have to make in a moment. Go ahead, Bo.
I'm excited. I'll tell you what. So here I go.
Yeah.
Pass through pin, man. Woo, we're 100%
Yeah.
correct. I was talking to a dude from this is a few months ago from 99 Club who was rocking that pass through pin. Like, he had on 75 rings, about 800 patches, pass through pin, and a whole bunch of other stuff that didn't make no damn sense. He didn't even know what it was. Right. And so I asked him about it. Long story short, that's one of those things that I was bitching about earlier on my show, and we got into a little bit here earlier, is that this stuff is getting watered down. And if it was up to me, I would relieve certain cats and then pass through pins. I'm like, you got guys that never left a city rocking pass through pins, and they have no idea what it's all about. If you haven't broke a state line, then give me that. That's just the way I feel. I don't, without getting into it. But the part two of it, and here I go turning on my G shit. But so I was in the Midwest a week ago. I just got back a week ago. While I was out there, I'm going to censor myself. But while I was out there, I had a conversation with somebody else that wears their jewelry. We had a conversation, and somebody tried to say something to the effect of, "You didn't call and ask permission." I'm like, motherfucker, I'm an outcast. I ain't asking for no fucking permission. But we had a good conversation. I understand how them cats move and this, that, and the other thing, and da 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 da. But I'm like, no, I ain't gonna ask for no permission. But I tell you what. So we left it like, tell you what, next time I'm in your area, I'm gonna give you a call so we can go have a beer together. He goes, cool, I'm buying. Well, that just ended nice and sweet. But this whole you need permission, we don't do that. We don't do that.
Like you
But
said, it's how you
by the
carry
same
yourself.
token,
Yeah.
it's how you carry yourself. But by the same token, it's just like doggone Shaggy said, just like you said, Weasel. It's like, typically it's protocol to reach out to your folks and let them know I'm going here, I'm going there, I'm going the other place. And if you do it properly, then things have a tendency to fall into place correctly. But and I'm going to stop beating the dead horse to death. But it's all about the protocol, the tradition of it, and we have got to and I say we because like those of us that are on this dais right now, we've been doing this for a minute. We're some old heads, even though some of us cut off their gray beard. I'm just saying, whatever.
Yo, stop
But
playing, man. Keep it sexy.
but real talk, man. It's like it's our responsibility to identify this watered down MC 2.0 bullshit that's going on, and we need to call it out when we see it, because it like, and Shaq, when you talk about that damn pass through pin, oh, that's a hot point with me, because I'm like, I swear, dudes that ain't never left their city rocking all kinds of stuff like they've been doing this shit for 30 years, and it's disgusting to me. And you can't deal with everybody, but you got to deal with somebody. You got to deal with somebody. Somebody's got to know the difference between looking like a clown, like you said, OG Weasel, because got straight up clowns out here. And guess what? You know what they do? You know what clowns do? They multiply. You got one clown, they're gonna get a couple of other cats. Oh, wow, that looks cool. He did it. Now, next thing you know, you got 10 clowns in a damn chapter. What are you gonna do? Yeah.
There we go. But two things. I think, both of y'all had Dragon. You said something to the effect that was real important. I hope that people picked up on it. That call your own people. Like if you have a nation or a club that's has a couple of chapters, then your local people are going to know who's who. So if you cross in the country, then your people should know in that state who's who and what the man. Really, man. Hey, wait. First of all, that's a sad day, man.
His dragon is hidden buttons.
See, this is why we need a bone and a weasel. And Shaggy, we got to get you an animal too. I don't know. We got to, because we can't just have Dragon up here with his little thing going on. We don't have nothing to show. So we got to talk about that in the back end, bro. But seriously, man. But the thing is, I mean, you got to use your internal resources first, And then Bone was saying that he's not making no calls and he's not, But you have to understand, if you are
No, I'm not
99,
getting permission. I said I'm not.
you're not asking for permission. But understand, there's a difference between a dominant and a 99 club. So don't be a 99 and getting cocky, because you'll get, you'll definitely get checked out there. So the thing is, over time, you learn how to move. You learn how to move, and the more you move, the knowledge comes with that movement, But then again,
Thanks.
if you know people, like reach out to bros, because we know the who's who. So if you don't know, like when cats call me and see a weasel, I'm running cross country, man. What's your advice, bro? I'm going to tell you, listen, man, like if you're coming through this area here, man, you may not want to do A, B, C, D, so you just got to, as a club, you got to learn how to move. But shame on your leadership. If your leadership is not guiding you and helping you with that due diligence, then maybe you're in the wrong situation.
Well, I think there's something that's missing here. First off, if you're going to be riding across country, you're going from state to state to state to state, and all you're doing is kind of gas and going or whatever, you should always let your leadership in your club know what you're doing, so that if you come up missing, they kind of get an idea where to start looking for you.
Yeah.
But if you're not staying in that state, you're not visiting family or whatever, you're not in an area where your club's not, or you might be in an area where your club may not be known, or you're in an area where your club may not be getting along with the folks that are there. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not calling another club and telling them that I'm traveling through their state. They're not calling me to tell me they're traveling through my state. I'm going to call them, or my leadership's going to call them if I'm staying there, so that they're aware and we pay respect to them by letting them know, hey, you run into so and so.
Right.
For this reason. But if you're passing through a state, you don't give up. It's not about trying to surprise them or whatever, or try to be smarter than the other guy. Because I'm going to tell you what, we're all the same. We all think the same. But you could find yourself in a situation where every stop you stop at, if you let that that wrong club, as I would call it, not a professional club, wrong club, they're going to be at every gas station trying to mud kick you all the way along. I mean, you just jeopardize your security. And with going to places where you do need to call and let the club know that you have a member there. You know, if you don't have fire rights there, you don't have things set up there. Um, you want to show that club respect. Diamond clubs ain't going to roll their stuff up if they're in an area they ain't going to belong to. They're going to keep flying, go do what they're doing if they're visiting somebody. But you pay that respect by making that phone call, so that usually typically that boss ain't getting a phone call every 5 minutes going, "Hey man, did you know such and such is here? You know such and such is here? You know, hey, we're going to do this or we're going to do that." You prevent all of that.
Right.
But when you're going across the country, just go across the country, do your thing. Be a man, be respectful, all the things that your sponsor should have taught you, and communicate with your club, and just do your thing, man. Be you. Just don't be stupid because stupid people win stupid prizes.
Yep.
I don't want to beat this up, but real quick, I just want to speak about this pass through pin real quick. We're gonna make it real quick. Okay, if you're in your own state, you ain't passing through. So I just want to understand
Exactly.
why you rocking a pass through pin in your own state. And like Bones said, I can't even respect you if you're rocking that if you ain't left your state. And I'm not talking about riding to the next state. I'm talking about really on the road doing what bikers do. So listen, let's keep it 100. Yeah, y'all got to start respecting this culture and all this flash that we like to do, all these different rockers and everything else. Like you need to understand the history behind earning certain things. Like certain things are associated with honor and normally given to you sometimes from another brother, be it flash or on your calls or whatever it is. You just need to really slow down. We're moving real fast. And what this has become a fashion thing and a statement maker. Everybody wants to make a statement, and that's what I noticed up north. What we see a lot of statements. Somebody will see something and they mimic what they consider coolness, but then they add their little flavor to it, and all of a sudden now, we got a rocker, but we got the rocker around our neck. We doing something different. Then all of a sudden somebody sees that, and this is what happens. This is how things get so diluted. Then if you out west, nobody doesn't know what that is because you just made up some brand new sexy, what you consider sexy, MC sexy, and you got your own version of the BS, and this is what we call the frickery. I ain't gonna say the right word, but you know what it is. So we just need to slow down and, like I said, take it back to basics from the ground up. And until we do that, the set is going to keep moving in the same direction that it is now. And I tell you, it's disgusting. I think somebody said that earlier. It's disgusting to see some of these clubs. I don't know what type of clubs they are. I mean, y'all ride. Some of y'all ride, but I don't. I can't respect you as an MC. I see y'all. Some of y'all social clubs with bikes.
Yep.
And this is until we really stop focusing on the biker side of doing what we do as bikers, then it's going to keep getting worse. The dilution is just going to slowly keep embracing the MC set. So the thing is, look at your colors. And I'll say this over and over. Look at your colors and what do I have on it? What am I rocking? What am I representing? And am I that person associated with that representation?
You've been saying the same thing for the last 12 years.
But
You know that?
it's the gospel though. It's the gospel.
You have been saying this for the last 12 damn years. The same thing
Reiteration.
over and
Reiteration,
over
bro.
again. You
Let
haven't
me tell
gotten
you.
off of this, and I think it's amazing. I first heard you say this, all those years ago when I first met you.
Let
You
me
were
tell you.
talking about the FTW patches and stuff
Oh
that you
yeah, yeah.
were
Yeah.
putting on there. And I remember when you got up and said, "Man, these patches you wearing, you don't even know what the hell these patches mean." And you're going to call out and get the kind of people that somebody say if you challenge the devil enough, you'll have a rendezvous with him. And some of these things that these folks wear really are challenging. You're making a statement that you might not be able to hold up.
It's not a
I'll tell
challenge.
you. Oh,
It's
Lisa, hey,
it's
Lisa,
ridiculous.
thank you for the happy
Stupid.
birthday. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Lisa told me
All,
happy birthday, so I had to show her some love.
Let me say one
all,
more thing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
all I'm saying is it's not. It, what you guys are saying it's true. But it's ridiculous. It's stupid. You know it's asinine. And none of it's original. There's nothing you can do anymore in the MC community
Hmm.
that's original. It's all been tried. I mean, there's documentation, there's history, there's facts to back that up. Um, but this has been going on for over 100 years. people keep trying to fix something that doesn't really need to be fixed, and they're breaking down what works because they have an opinion and they want it heard, or they don't like how something's done. Well, check it out. If you don't like my lifestyle and you're trying, you think your way of thinking is better, get the fuck out of my lifestyle. This is my lifestyle. You gonna tell me how to live my lifestyle. I learned from the Vietnam era guys, and for people who don't know what the Vietnam era guys are, they're the ones that started most of the clubs that are the big five these days, with the exception of two of those clubs. And I'm here to tell you right now, those clubs um, are still thriving and still have some old school traditions and ways of doing things, and that's what makes this lifestyle what it is. Keeping in with those lifestyles, you don't need a double queer looking patches all over your front of your vest, along with the queer looking patches on the back of your vest. You know, it needs to be um, bikerish or not motorcycle enthusiasts. They're not like Harley Davidson trying to do with their three-piece patch shirts they like to sell, uh,
Yeah.
or you know the no club lone wolf bullshit that goes around.
Yeah.
Uh, there's a reason these patches are done the way they're done. There's a history, a tradition, and if you don't know that kind of stuff, then you're in the wrong lifestyle. Period.
Yeah. Let me say one thing, man. We were talking about the obsession with patches and these pins and everything else. And this is the bigger problem right here. We probably not even thinking about this, but this obsession goes to a different level because now you obsess with these patches. Now, if you think about that, one of them patches now is the diamond. So now it's like you got everything else going on and you're missing that diamond. So now you want that diamond. So now, even though you're not that brother, that same person, that rug that we're talking about, is now obsessed with getting that diamond patch. And that just becomes another flash item to them. And that's part of the problem that we're seeing as well, that we have people want to escalate in the lifestyle because they need to have that flash, to have that statement. Just like they're making statements with these pass-through pins and everything else.
Yeah.
Those are statements being made, not necessarily a brother that understands that and respects that or values that. Those are just people who want to make statements. So look around
Yeah.
you and look at the brothers in your club and what they're doing, and even some of the brothers that stepped up and made it through the 1%
A
prospecting
whole
phase.
club. So well, you got whole
And
clubs now. You're looking
yeah, and
around
that's
and
what.
Yeah, let me tell you one thing that I love about, and with every good thing there's a bad thing, but one of the reasons I dig Florida is because uh, we're actively concerned with those sort of things. I still feel like yes, we could do a better job in Florida, but everybody could do a better job wherever they are. But I'll give you for example, a few months ago. Hold on one second. I'm gonna blow my nose and try not to discuss y'all real.
yeah, that's a
And
long ass
dragging it.
blow right there.
Yeah, I'm sick, so I'm supposed to, I try to do my thing even though I'm sick. But anyway, so what I'm saying is like this: is a few months ago I had uh, five clubs that I met with in the same night, and some of these clubs was from up north, and all right, fuck it. Let me tell the truth, shame the devil, like my mother used to say. So some of these clubs, uh, in particular, two in particular, who was from up north, they were kind of less than perfect. They were kind of on some bullshit. They have certain things that they do that's exclusive to New York. That in OG Weasel, you clearly got a good understanding of what I'm talking about. You just described it. So they was on
Yeah.
some shit. They was like, we used to be like this, and we used to be a street gang, and now we decided to ride motorcycles and da 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 da. Da. And I'm not even hating on them, but the MC culture in Florida and several other states is still preserved. So when these cats was coming down here trying to get blessed or move forward or whatever it was they was trying to do, after some conversation, we were able to figure out that y'all ain't right. Not only are you not right, you might not be trying to get right. So I can't co-sign that. I can't co-sign that. My boss can't co-sign that. The set ain't gonna co-sign that. And it breaks my heart. But yeah, they've been sitting on ice since forever. And the answer for most of these cats is there's wonderful clubs already on the set, families, communities, different clubs already established, been here for years. Find one of them, get plugged in with them, find out how this stuff works. And then down the road, if you say, hey, I need to revisit this New York thing that I was doing once upon a time and I can correct some of the BS that was going on, maybe that's an option. But hey, guess what? So out of the 5 freaking clubs that I had to meet with on that particular day, 2 of them worked out. Just is what it is. And y'all, everybody here understands what I'm talking about. Didn't work out for 3 of them. 2 of them worked out great, and they're off into the races doing freaking fantastic. Now, same difference. Last COC meeting, and our COC meetings aren't secret, so I'm not breaking any trust by saying this. We bought on my last COC meeting 4, and which is a lot in one day. We bought in 4 new clubs in the same day, and I was happy and proud to do it because each one of those clubs was doing it, and I'm a stickler on this. They were doing things in a traditional fashion. They were following the rules. They were like, hey, how do we do this properly? And for those ones that have been around for a minute, they have been doing things properly. And they were going through the proper channels. And man, did my heart good to see these cats come on board. And so the big point about it is the same thing that I won't shut up about is the traditional. I didn't see not one pass through pin amongst a group of them, and I didn't see, these are cats who like before they do something stupid, they're gonna ask a question, and it did my heart good, man. And again, I'm gonna say the same thing I said before. What we have got to do, which we're doing it here by having the conversation, but when we turn off this laptop or phone or whatever we're doing, when we turn this stuff off and we get back out there, because I know all of us here, I know for a fact we get on our bikes and we ride. Half the time we can't be on the show because we're riding. I know that's the case with you, Shaggy. I seen your ass in Nashville 2 weeks ago, but we get it in. But while we're out there pounding the ground and dealing with these folks, man, all of us have got to make sure that we get these folks right. And because fortunately, out of the group of us, we got an ear. People listen to a little something that we have to say. Problem is, it's not just us, but there needs to be more of us trying to do that. But anyway, let me shut the hell up. But before I start crying and getting all emotional and everything.
No,
You know what I
we don't
like?
need that.
It's raw
Listen,
information
guys,
that's coming to
it
you.
is an hour and 32 minutes into this show. Since we had a lot of trouble, I ran the show a little bit long, but I think we got about a good hour of talking in. So let's let these people reclaim the rest of their Sunday. Any final words? We'll start with Shaggy. Shaggy, first of all, man, it's so good to see you back on. Everybody's saying hi and everything. Man, I hope we can have you on some more. But any final words there, Uncle Shaggy?
Yeah, respect, communication, and participation makes every organization great. You don't have those 3 things, you don't have an organization. You don't ride your motorcycle. You don't have a motorcycle. Well, one, if you don't have a motorcycle, you can't be in a motorcycle club. That's that simple. Period. Also, if you don't have a relationship with your motorcycle, meaning you don't know that bike frontward, backward, sideways, the whole 9 yards, I'm not saying you have the capability of rebuilding the whole thing, but if you don't know your motorcycle, you can't be in a motorcycle club because you're not a biker. You are a motorcycle enthusiast. Okay. We all love our motorcycles. Our life revolves around our motor. That is the one thing that binds every club member in all these clubs is their love for their motorcycle, their relationship with their motorcycle. If you can't ride in the rain, you can't ride in cold weather, you can't ride in great weather. Look, I rode yesterday in 100 something degree weather, like right in front of a blast furnace, but that's what I do. I'm going to tell you, this lifestyle is about motorcycles. It's about being uh, somebody who is dedicated to motorcycles. That club that they join becomes that bonding agent with those brothers that makes this all better, because we're sociable people, and we got to have people around us, and it's more fun to ride with a group of people than it is sometimes by yourself, and sometimes not. But the fact of the matter is, um, the traditions and the protocols and the things that we do today are all because of what the graybeards and the old guys did that founded this lifestyle a long time ago. And it worked great for them. They had a lot of fun. They had a lot of great parties. They treated each other with respect. They showed each other they loved each other. And, I get to witness in my own club having 40 and 50-year members. These guys are the embodiment of brotherhood. They've been together all these years, and they still act like that day one, you know, brother. They're picking on each other, having a good time, loving, smiling, the whole 9 yards. And guess what? Their life is revolved around their motorcycle, you know. And quit starting new clubs. There's nothing new you're going to do. There's something out there for everybody. Thing you get, you will respect it, you will love it, you will cherish it, you will do whatever the hell it takes to keep it going forever and ever and ever. And for the love of God, if you have cops in your club, you're not a motorcycle club. You're a cop club. You don't belong in our sect. You don't belong learning what we know. You don't belong Monday through Friday, and then an outlaw on the weekends. It don't work that way. And take care of your brothers. Love your brothers unconditionally, and do what's righteous. Move your club forward because of your love of your motorcycle and your brothers.
Thank you, Shaggy. OG Weasel, any final words, departing words, sir?
Yeah. You got to realize that with some of you like, some of us love this. And with that, you should be invoking a level of seriousness when it comes to this lifestyle. And you just realize one thing: it's okay to correct a mistake, because if you don't correct it, it's still going to be a mistake. So take the time, get your club righteous. I'd rather get righteous and correct what was wrong, be it a patch, be it a brother that has to go, or whatever it is, for the for the preservation of the club, the brotherhood, and ultimately the MC. So the thing is, like Shaggy said, you don't need to reinvent this. This has been working for years, for decades and decades. So don't bring your version of what you consider the MC to the MC, because the MC is already established. We're just here together having a good time and doing what bikers do. So the thing is, just enjoy it, man. Don't overthink it. Live the lifestyle, enjoy it, and just get out here and have some fun with it, man. Like, it's really not that serious, and it's a lot of fun to be had. And a lot of people, there's just a disconnect with, understanding what this is really about. So with that said, just have a good time with it. Have fun with it. I'm gonna tell a story real quick, because I see a brother that's online here. Whisper, Sin City. All right, I got a couple of different bikes. All right, I got the traditional Harley. I got the aped out bike. I got my chopper, and I got a Goldwing too. All right, so I got. I'm ashamed of myself, but it's all good. But here's the story right here. So I got an invite to come down and break bread with Sin City in North Carolina. So I rode down, and I pulled up to the Sin City house on a Goldwing, and I was ashamed of myself. But you know what?
You should have been.
I know, man. It was a sad day, but it was one of those days where it's like, you know what? I don't feel like pulling out the ape hangers today, so we're gonna do something different. And I pulled up, and it was a sad day. But at the end of the day, I rode my scooter down there while people were pulling up in their cars from different clubs. But the thing is, still the same biker. But so I took the clown moment. I got beat up on it, but you know what? It felt good, because just knowing that I was doing some bike stuff. I was on my bike doing what bikers do. So long as you're doing what you're doing, having fun, that's what it's all about. Take those beat downs. Every brother's not gonna love you, and you're gonna have your fights and this and that. That's all part of it. So just stay in it for the long run and have fun, man. That's my 2 cents.
I still got me a gold wing, man. I ain't worried about them people. I got one sitting right down in the Dragon's Lair.
Oh, I keep the shed deep. Keep the shed deep. So
yeah, keep the shed deep, bro. I don't care about you looking all around, Big Bone.
I'm gonna say that y'all are a couple of traitors against American. No, y'all. I'm just playing. I'm playing because look, I got what is it? I got a doggone road glide, a with Road Glide, a switchback. Both the Harley is a Road Glide and a switchback. Then I got a Yamaha Raider with the 1900. It's a Yamaha.
Yes, sir.
yeah,
I know that bike well.
A
yeah.
Yamaha Raider, and I love that. It's big blue. It's, by the way, if your bike don't have a name, you might have to rethink your life choices in life because you might
And
be
then you
doing.
got one of them car motorcycles too.
Yeah, yeah. I got the slingshot. I don't even know what the
Oh,
name of the slingshot is. I mean, I got to figure that out. But okay, so the rate, or excuse me, the Road Glide is called Anubis. Like, see, hold on, I don't know if you can see that. See,
Oh, there you go.
Anubis. That's
Yeah.
that's that's the Road Glide. Then the doggone the switchback is called Amput. That's like some Egyptian stuff, Egyptian gods. Then the Raider is called Marine One, aka Big Blue, because it's blue. That's not very outcast like, but it's blue. You know, it's a backup bike. You know, I love it to death. You know, and then the Slingshot, which is not really a motorcycle technically, three wheels and whatever. But no, man, I'll tell you, I love this sort of conversation because it really makes me think about like what y'all are talking about. Again, if we figure out how to do this thing. And Weasel, you were just saying it. This is actually, we have a good time. I swear to God, we have a good time on the regular. Now, the stuff that we talk about a lot here is like be careful with this, make sure you cross that T and make sure you dot that I and dot, 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 dot. But if you're in the lifestyle, those things become second nature. And you don't have to think about it. And you don't have to kill yourself about it. And you don't have to lose sleep over anything else. It's just what we do. For those of us who really live this lifestyle, it's what we do. And it's not that difficult. It's not that hard. And it's like there is another thing I love about what we do when we get together here at the round table and, God willing, on my new show is we're going to get together. And like me, I know Shaggy's going to be there. Weasel, I know you're going to be there. And doggone Black Dragon, you going to be there. So we're going to be able to talk about this biker shit from several different perspectives. We had one subject about pounding the ground, going to different states and all like that. And we had a couple of different viewpoints. Me and Shaggy are looking at it from one way, which is okay. But you guys were able to say, hey, look, like Weasel, you said, hey, don't go out there acting like that diamond if you ain't that thing, because that's a different thing. But for those folks that are listening, they might be from whatever background, and we get to share that with them and get them snapped in properly. And I think the biggest, most important thing that was said tonight is that, well, two things. One, Weasel don't have a gray beard. I don't even know what's going on right there. And
Yeah, it was here last week, bro. So we good, we good, man.
and most importantly, I think that while Dragon got a dragon, Shaggy didn't get a Shaggy. I didn't get a bone, and you didn't get a damn Weasel. There's some BS going on here in the world. And Merlin, I will be calling you. Just saying. That's all I got.
Hey, listen, man. I appreciate all you brothers so much, Shaggy. Always, Uncle Shaggy. I always appreciate having you on the show. Always appreciate having you, OG. Man, OG Weasel. And I know you worked hard today, and I know you worked late, and you came in after working. And I just thank you so much for supporting me.
So
Big Bone, I know you've been traveling on the road. I know you probably had COC today and church today, and you were sick, and it's your
Yeah.
birthday, and you still came on the show. I just don't know how to thank you guys for
Thank you.
helping to make me successful here on the Dragon's Lair and on the Black Dragon Biker TV. Uncle Shaggy, I know what you have to do to come on here and do these shows, and I just want to say thank you for my audience. They're learning. People tune in to us. They like what they're getting. Dibber just did a show the other day. You got to go check it out, where he talks about all of these quote unquote 1%er shows. He did a whole show about it. And that's Dibber. He's gonna always be the same dude I met all those years ago. And what I like about that dude is he's just straight as an effing rock, man. When it comes to matters of the heart, matters of MC protocol, matters of a lifestyle, matters of a dedication. He's going to always be the same dibber. And uh, and so I think it's important that we get you real cats on here that do this for real, that are really in clubs and really still do this. You're not I used to be or whatever, this, that, and the other. You are the real effing deal from real effing deal clubs. And so what you guys say is real because y'all are real. And I am honored to be among you men. So thanks for the round table tonight. Sorry, my people, for all the technical difficulties, bro. I just sometimes these computers work just so fine, and then other times it's just chewed up. But that's what you get when you get live. When you get live, it's the real deal, just like these dudes are. These are the real deal Holyfields, and this is what we're doing. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate and love each and every one of you. I've been friends with all of you guys for years.
Yeah.
And so for me, I'm just talking to my friends. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Let me say real quick, man, for all those folks, and I mean dead ass, for all those people who hit me up with the happy birthdays and send in the videos, you especially, man, y'all, thank you so much. And doggone Shaggy, I was trying to get at you but it was busy. A lot of folks sent me videos that I could use on the new show, and there's so many of them I couldn't even use all of them for the first show. Technically it wasn't the first show, technically it's pre-show. But man, I appreciate it, man. And the words y'all said, and folks like Lisa, thank you, and Gio, Dazed and Confused. And
Lissa.
thank y'all.
Her name is Lissa. Lissa.
I said Lissa. No.
You said
Lisa. Didn't I not say I said Lissa?
No, that's Lissa for Melissa.
Yeah. She's one of those people. She's gonna go mess up, get all special with it. It's like Kirsten instead of Kirsten, Kirsten skirt. Like that's some old white girl shit. And that's okay. That's okay. That's funny we get all funny with the name. And why you spell your name like that and then you gotta make me say it different? But
look, you know
OG Weasel Shaggy wants your number, by the way.
No doubt. Hey,
I haven't told
you can bounce it over to Shaggy.
Yeah, he told me. He asked me last week, so I'm just not doing what he asked me to do a week ago. I apologize.
It's all good.
I'll bounce it over to him. All right, guys, we got to roll. That's my 2 cents. I'll let you guys go. Love you all. Talk to you all soon. Boom, boom, boom. All right. All right, man. Jeez, man. That was so cool, man. So cool. Okay, let's see. Big Bone. That's his Cash App. $Bone OFFO if you want that t-shirt he was wearing. Hit that like button, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. We would absolutely appreciate it if you shared this to people that you feel like might need it, and subscribe. You can find Black Dragon Biker TV on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. We'd appreciate y'all out there if you come check us out. Watch out for Big Bone's new podcast and YouTube show, The Big Bone Yard, which is now here. He did his first show tonight, and we had that on here earlier if you guys saw it. Order my books, Prospects Bible, Chardon and Orange Bible, President's Bible, Public Relations Officer's Bible, available on Amazon, Kindle, or at blackdragonsgear.com. If you order it from blackdragonsgear.com, you can get an autographed copy. And, of course, I make the most money if you order it from there. But, hey, you can order it from Barnes & Noble. It doesn't matter. Just get it. Get you one. Join our podcast daily, The Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos, where you get podcasts, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, whatever, Spotify, wherever you get podcasts, we are there. So go there. Please join us on our Discord link. The description to the Discord link is in the description box below. Come join us on the Discord link and hang out with us and talk to us and be friends with us over there on Discord. My email is blackdragon@blacksabbathmc.com. If you're interested in advertising, you can advertise with us here, blackdragon@blacksabbathmc.com, or you can call me here in the studio at 404-692-0336, 404-692-0336. Listen, if you have trouble in the motorcycle club world and you want someone to help you out with that, you have a dispute in the club, you need a disinterested third party, you need some advice, you're trying to start a motorcycle club or whatever, you can get a hold of me at clarity.fm/black-dragon. Clarity.fm/black-dragon. I have a consulting service over there. It's $1.67 a minute. We can talk about whatever you need to talk about to get your stuff clarified, get you some clarity. Everything we talk about, of course, stays inside, internal, and goes nowhere. Check out the reviews. People use me, and I've been successful. So it helps. You might need that help. Clarity.fm/black-dragon. All right. That's my 2 cents. See you tomorrow morning. Same bad time, same bad channel, where we will have some biker news and MC protocol and all that stuff for you. Make sure to follow us on TikTok and Instagram. We need you there. Thank you. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Get skinny and get the book. Whoa. Why do we not have that? Okay. More technological glitches. More technological glitches. Huh. Does that mean that we don't have? Oh, wow. Let's see. Okay. No sound. No sound going out. Wow. No sound going out. Don't know what caused that, but we're out. Okay, you would hear some spinning. Dun, 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 then fire. Okay. Now